Okay, today we'll be demonstrating the Vanadium sync-based TODOs application. But even more than the application itself, we want to demonstrate the underlying sync-based and vanadium technology. To this end, we'll be showing you the network configuration as we're playing around with it. None of the three devices have SIM cards, and all of them are currently connected to the same Wi-Fi hotspot called SyncSlides Gamma that has internet connection. And so to start with, we will assign ownership for these. This will allow us to demonstrate some of the different ownership semantics that we have between the different devices. Let's see. So to start, we've got Chris owning the leftmost device, and Dawn owning the center and right devices. And just to set this up quickly here. Now, the application itself has two modes. It's a modal UI. The front page here is the lists themselves, to-dos lists. And so we can create a list here, let's say like colors. Oops. And the only slightly confusing part about this UI is that since it is modal, you'll need to know like this is the front page and it tells you it shows you the lists colors. And if you click into this list, then you'll see the tasks themselves. Currently there's no tasks, so we can add some colors. You'll see that Dawn owns both of these devices, and so as I add tasks to the lists, they get automatically synchronized between the two sides. There's also these checkboxes on the side where you can check them to say your to-do task is done. And similarly, like as you click on either side, the other side automatically gets updated. This is through SyncBase. Now we'll try sharing. Dawn is going to share this with Chris. This is a little bit interesting because the sharing is done via email addresses. You can just type in the email address, or you see that Chris's email address shows up here. The reason it showed up here is because Chris's device is advertising the fact that he's around, and that's allowed us to pre-populate that with his email address. Once we've shared it, you see that Chris sees the colors list and now has the same colors inside. And similarly, you can click on any of these little buttons and they get automatically synchronized. We can add new colors. Oops. And everything sort of works as you expect. All three devices are sort of in the same network. Next, we will take Chris and Dawn's devices and change their networking configuration. And so Chris is going to set up his own Wi-Fi hotspot. Reminder that he has no internet, and so this Wi-Fi hotspot is really just a hotspot between him and whoever else is using it. And in this case, that will be Dawn. And so now what we expect is that the two devices here on the left will be able to synchronize, but the one on the right will not because there's no path between them. And so we can demonstrate that here. We can add a new color, either one is fine. And everything sort of works. Next, we'll take Dawn's devices, let's see. And I guess to start with, maybe we'll put this back into the shared network. And once the Wi-Fi comes up, Dawn's devices are now able to synchronize. Chris is on his own Wi-Fi, and so he's the one who's separated from the two. To make this point even clearer, let's say we turn on Bluetooth for Dawn's device, and in fact we turn off Wi-Fi completely. On both Dawn's devices. So at this point, the only available network connection between Dawn's devices is Bluetooth, and Chris's device is sort of completely partitioned off. And you can see that when you click on a yellow over here, it sort of shows up over there, and same thing vice versa. We can also add a new color. Let's see, running out of colors. Magenta, how about that? And the same thing that you expect appears over here. The advertisement of Dawn's devices to find each other is done over BLE, while the actual connection, network connection, is done via like a data connection, is done over Bluetooth Classic. And so you can make all of your changes here. For the final step, we are going to do something, let's see. So recall that Chris has his own Wi-Fi hotspot on. We're going to turn that on again on the middle device, Dawn's device. And we're going to leave the right device with only Bluetooth. And so, first thing that we saw was that Chris's device resynchronized all of the changes with Don's middle device. What's more interesting is that if you click on something over here, you'll see it sort of propagate down the line from Chris's device to Don's middle device to Don's rightmost device. Same thing if we go the other way, we can take Don's device and it sort of propagates the other direction. And if you do like a middle one, then it sort of pushes out to both sides. Or you can similarly add a new color. Running out of ideas here, like pink. How about that? And similarly, like it started at Don's device and it propagated outwards to both. That's